Would it even be my channel if we didn't have a new amazing press-on set and some books that have changed my life to share with you guys? I'm so excited, so let's get right into it. So per usual, this is my team. This is what I will be using today to put on my Seventh Heaven Nail Co. press-on set. I will put all the information of this amazing nail tech and her shop in the description box below so you can check her out and support her business as well. Now, as I am clipping my nails and just getting them shaped and ready to be worn under the nails and be healthy, I want to get into the 4 agreements. This book took me by surprise. I was suggested it by my spiritual mentor, and I had heard many other people talk about it and how really good it was. So, this is a practical guide to personal freedom. It is considered a self-help book, and it is written by Don Miguel Ruiz. And in this book, he kind of outlines a code of conduct, or supposedly is based on a Toltec teaching that is supposed to help one improve their lives. The main point of this book is that a person's life is determined by agreements that they have made with themselves, with others, with God, and with society as a whole, and how to move through, see yourself, and exist within those agreements, and using the 4 agreements to help you be the best version of yourself. I will say, as small as this book is, it did pack a punch. It did make me think. It made me reevaluate how I see people and how I exist in relationships. So I highly suggest it for a starter. This next one really took me by surprise. Honoring Your Ancestors, a guide to ancestral veneration by Mallory B. I enjoyed this so much, especially where I was in my relationship to ancestor veneration, how I felt about it, what I was doing about it or not doing about it, and all the things. This book really held my hand and kind of walked me through baby steps of what it means, what it could look like for me, what it might look like for other people, and kind of just finding your own way and comfortability and your own connection to honoring your ancestors. I do think that this book is excellent for those who are just beginning their journey in learning about ancestor veneration and learning about setting up an altar. What does that look like? Do I have to do it? Does it have to be in a certain place? All the million questions that one has. This is a great book to start. It answered so many questions for me, and it made it digestible and also enjoyable. It's educational. She shared her own experiences and just talking to other people briefly throughout this book and their experiences and their own wisdom as well. And I think it's just helpful in a new space, especially if you're coming out of the church or if you are very much around a religious family background, and this was told to you that it's worship, which it's not. I think this is a good bite-sized place to start. All right, so I've clipped my nails and I filed them down, and we are going to get into the 3rd book. What is going to come next before I get into Sacred Woman is I am going to clean my nails with alcohol to remove any oil, any dust, anything that might keep the press-on nail from sticking to my natural nail as well as it could. So please make sure you don't skip this step. It is definitely super important to remove oil. So Sacred Woman is what I was introduced as is It's like the Bible. You're not going to sit there and read it all in one sitting. It is something you work through. It is something you read and you take bite-sized pieces and administer it to your life, and then you come back to it and move on to the next thing. So this is a guide to healing the feminine body, mind, and spirit. I would consider this, in a short sentence, womb work. If you have a womb, you can use this book. And when I say womb work, I mean working on your personal past traumas, because we carry traumas in our sacral chakra, in our womb area. If you are wanting to live a healthier lifestyle as far as what you eat, how you move, in all aspects, this is a great book for you. If you are wanting to deepen your spiritual work and understanding yourself, this book is for you. I personally have been moving through this book for almost 2 years now, and it's been very helpful in my womb work and healing generational wounds. And it is dense, so take your time, but it's a great one to add to your collection and along your healing journey. All right, so next with the nails, we are gonna buff, and then we are gonna place glue and place the press on. So we are in the homeward stretch, and yes, I did get for this next one, The Alchemist. It is written as a novel, but I got it as a graphic novel because you know your girl. You know I like graphic novels. Don't play with me. Don't judge me. It got read. I ate this book up. This book was such a joy to read. It was so good. I did not expect me to like it that much, and I didn't expect for it to have the effect it did on me. Like, I will forever blast this book because it was so good. Like, still thinking about it to this day. It's so good. I tell people about it all the time. So this book is pretty much about a shepherd boy and his journey across North Africa to the Egyptian pyramids, and he is looking and following his dream to find a treasure, and he goes in search for it and meets people and has life experiences. And I'm deep because I read it and I was like, oh, this is deep. But I can see how somebody could read it just for a story. But I think it's very, very hard. Like, the author did a phenomenal job in making this experience very multi-layered, it pulls you into the story. It makes you think about your life, your choices, your decisions, how you view things, and how you accept or ignore or reject things that come in or pass through your life. Read it. This is your sign to read it. It is so good. Again, I got the graphic novel, but you don't have to. You can get the novel. Both of them phenomenal. Both of them life-changing. I'll never stop thinking about this book. We are on the homeward stretch to putting these amazing, beautiful nails on. Again, the information will be in my description box of where I get it. Like, I bought these with my own money. I am not an affiliate or sponsored in any way, shape, or form. I just love press-on nails, and I love supporting small businesses that are doing the thing. And so the information will be in the description box. But this last thing you see me doing, putting the glue inside, this is what makes my nails, I believe, part of the reason why they last so long, is because I am putting glue in to make sure no water gets down there, no food gets down there, nothing can grow. It is sealed off. That's why it's clean. I know that my nails are clean, and it just is another way for it to adhere itself to my nail. So you don't have to put on a lot, but not a lot kind of thing. And here we go. We're going into the next book. All right, I had to finish off with my guy, my man, Maladoma Some. This book right here, of Water and the Spirit, Ritual, Magic, and Initiation, ooh, changed my brain chemistry. It changed it. Once you read this book, you cannot go back to thinking and existing the way you were before. You can't, especially if you are a person that is spiritual, if you're a person that is interested in knowing more about yourself, your spirit, your soul, you know, how it's all connected with the here and now. This book right here is for you. It will change your brain chemistry, and it will also, it was written great. I was turning the pages. Like, I didn't want to put the book down. It was so good. You have to keep in mind while you are reading this, and someone told this to me, and it was the best advice I was ever given, and I will give it to you, and I will say it every time I talk about this book. Every time you read this book, every time you read a paragraph or a page or turn it, you need to remind yourself that this is a memoir. This is not fiction. You need to say, this is real, this happened, and this is a true story, because it is real, it happened, and it's a true story. It's not fantasy. If you do not constantly say that to yourself as you're reading this, you will forget, and you will think you're reading a fiction book. It's not a fiction book. This is nonfiction. And that is the part that got me. That is where the brain chemistry happened. I don't want to say too much. I will just say, if you are on your spiritual journey and you want to hear someone's experience, this is a good place to start. If I could talk, this is a good space to start. It's a good book. It's a page turner. It's a very easy read. It's fun. You get to learn a lot about Sume and his journey, and it's eye-opening to a lot of historical things that happened with Christianity and in Africa as well. So get this book, but remember, it's not fiction. As we finish up the last peeky, I wanted to talk to you guys about Bookshop and let you know that there's going to be a link in the description box below. Also, shout out to Bookshop. If you guys are interested in purchasing your books from indie bookstores that are women-owned, Black-owned, or Latinx-owned, LGBTQ-owned, they allow you to choose, and the money goes straight to that specific bookstore, which I thought is awesome. I'll leave a link in the bottom. And with that, y'all, my nails are done. They are done. Look at that. Isn't that cute? My girl at 7th, she did me right. She did me right. Thanks for stopping by, and we'll see you in the next video. Bye.